Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and I just want to say holy pants, a whole 10 subscribers. I didn't really think this was going to be happening. I guess I'm kind of doing this for a little while now, but 10 subscribers is pretty crazy. When I started this a few months ago, I had like 2, my wife and I don't know, my stepbrother Dale, so he's great too. So 2 subscribers. I don't even think he watches my videos. Yeah, 2 subscribers, and now I've got 10. Thank you to everyone that has watched my content or subscribed. It's really awesome. I just love seeing it. I think we got 10 subscribers on Monday. So it's taken me a few days to kind of come up with this video. If you've seen the title, it is my top 10 games, a little subscriber special for you guys that are watching. So these are the top 10 games that I do own. If it was my top 10 games that of all time, it would be pretty hard to decide. Not to say that this was not difficult. I own quite a few games, so it was pretty difficult to go through all my games and really decide. That's really what's taken a while. It's, going through the games took a few days, so the decision was pretty tough. And I'm gonna have a few honorable mentions we'll go through, but if you guys like this video, please let me know down in the comments. Let me know your top 10 games, and next milestone is 20 subscribers, and then maybe for that we'll do a 20 subscriber special, and I'll just do a video game room tour, the whole place. I'll show you all the games I own, my consoles. It's a nice little setup, so I think that'll be a fun video. If this video does seem a little choppy, I don't really know what to say. It's unscripted. I just kind of throwing it together. Just my top 10 games, so it doesn't really need to be scripted at all. Most of my content isn't anyway, but let's jump right in. So as you can tell, number 1 here is, what's it called? Kirby Air Ride as an honorable mention. Great game, one from my childhood, on the GameCube. I know me and both my brothers, we used to play this all the time on the GameCube. Great multiplayer. Didn't really make the cut, unfortunately. It was right there at the end, number 10, and I was like, no. So, but great game. I absolutely love Kirby Air Ride. I really wish I feel that they need to make another one, or do something with Kirby that's not a 2D platformer. It's getting kind of old. But next up is on the Game Boy, Dr. Mario. So this one is a great game. I love Dr. Mario on the NES, on the NES Classic anyway. That's what I play it on, because I don't have the NES version. So Dr. Mario's honorable mention because I own the Game Boy version. If I had the NES, it might have made the list. So yeah. Next up, Conker Live and Reloaded for the original Xbox. This is a great game for the Xbox. It comes with Conker's Bad Fur Day, and that's why it's on the honorable mention. Had I owned the N64 version, I feel like I might have put that a little bit higher. But this is a great version. It's kind of expensive as well. Not as much as the N64 version, which is really strange since that's the less good version. I don't know, it's complicated. People and games, prices. Next up is Wallace and Gromit Project Zoo. This is a smaller game that I don't think really anyone's ever played, but it's kind of a hidden gem in my opinion on the GameCube, and I think it's also on the PS2. It's a really fun game. I played on the GameCube a long time ago, and it's always been one of my favorites. It's a really good game. I've been a big fan of Wallace and Gromit ever since I was just a small person. So this game is an all-original story, and it really fits into the humor and the world of Wallace and Gromit. So just a small one there, but unfortunately it's not going to make it to the top 10 list. So we'll set that to the side and we'll jump into number 10. Like I said, it was really hard to come up with these games. I was a top 10 list, but I put this together as best I can. Please don't criticize me. It took a lot of thought. So number 10 is Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. Now, I do own the Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut for the GameCube, but the Dreamcast version's always been my favorite way to play. The GameCube, it just doesn't seem where it belongs, Sonic. The Dreamcast, that's really where it belongs, and the graphics animation, this game is just so much fun, even if it has some issues. I was even considering putting the second one. I think the second one I like more than the first one, but I don't own the second one on the Dreamcast, which I feel like the first one is better. So unfortunately, that just didn't make the list either. And Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast is number 10. So set that to the side, and on to number 9. Number 9, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 on the original Game Boy. This game is so much fun. I remember when I beat it on my Game Boy SP, I think is what I was playing it on at the time, and it is just so much fun. A great platformer. It was not the first Wario Land game I owned. The first one was Wario Land 2, and then I got 3, and then this one. I couldn't beat 2 or 3. They were kind of challenging. I was young at the time. But with this one, I was able to beat it. It took a long time, and I was so happy when I did. Great, great game. Lots of fun memories of that one. And I also have Wario Land 2 here. This is the little honorable mention, I suppose. Great game. This was one of my first games I ever owned. This one exactly right here with its little yellow label from some store 10,000 years ago in the Stone Ages. Next up at number 8, Sonic Adventure. There it is. So, got the little player's choice sticker on it. Looks pretty beat up. I owned this game back on the GameCube, and this is my favorite Star Fox game. When people say, what's one of your favorite Nintendo franchises? One of them is Star Fox, and they say, oh, Star Fox 64, yeah? And I say, no, Star Fox Adventures. This is why I love Star Fox. This is a great, great game, and they just never went back to it. Most likely because of Rare. They made it, and, well, after that, Microsoft bought them, and the rest is history. So we'll probably never see another Star Fox Adventures, but I'm going to keep on hoping that someday we'll go back to the adventure format. Same thing with Sonic, adventure. They went away from that. Next up, number 7, Pikmin 3. A great game, hidden gem, I suppose, on the Wii U, as not many people owned a Wii U, so not many people played this. Originally designed for the Wii before getting pushed to the Wii U, Pikmin 3 is the, obviously, third installment in the series. It is not my favorite game in the series. That would be the original Pikmin. I don't know, I like that one better than the other ones. I guess that's just nostalgia. But unfortunately, I don't own the first or the second one, so number 3 is on the list. Did I own 1 and 2? They would probably be higher, but I don't. So that's that. Next up, number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Ocarina of Time on the N64. Now, I'm probably going to get some criticisms in the comments. Why is this one not number 1? It is not actually my favorite Zelda game. That would be Majora's Mask. But I don't really like the 3DS version because it's not on the TV. So Ocarina of Time will pass it, and that's why this is my favorite Zelda game that I do own, Ocarina of Time. If I did own Majora's Mask on the N64, that would be there, kind of taking its place. But I do not, so that goes to the garbage. Don't need it. Who cares? Ocarina of Time is number 6. Great game. I don't need to say anything else about it. Everyone knows. Next up, next game. Alan Wake on the original Xbox 360. I don't know why I said original, because that's not... Yep. Anyway. So this exclusive to the Xbox 360, made by Remedy Studios, and they never made another one. So it really holds up today if you play it. The graphics are a little bit dated after all this game came out, I don't know, 10 years ago now, so kind of old. But when I was younger, first playing this game, it looked amazing. So amazing. Just wow, basically. And it still kind of does that for me. I recently played it a little while ago, and it's still just a great looking game, and the story is so weird and mysterious. I'd love to see a sequel. Apparently Microsoft has no interest in that, and that sucks, because I want to see another one. This is one of my favorite games on the Xbox 360. Well, actually based on this, it's my favorite one that I own. So, and actually it probably is my favorite Xbox 360 game. Microsoft, you're making games, make one of these. That's a good game. Not doing anything else with your money. All right, up next, Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch. So, this is probably my favorite one in the Mario series, besides Sunshine, which I don't own. So, yeah, I don't know if Sunshine would beat it. It'd be close, but I really enjoyed this game. It's great. I mean, if you haven't played it, well, then you probably don't own a Switch, because if you own a Switch, then you have to play this game, unless you bought it for Smash or something. This game is fantastic. Enough said, I suppose. Great game. Next up, The Last of Us Remastered. I do own the PS3 version, but this is the one I played all the way through. Came with the DLC, which, yeah, whatever about that. But the game itself, amazing. If you know me, I love story kind of games a lot, and this is a good one. It's amazing. The story with Joel and Ellie is just, it's incredible. If you haven't played this game, it's $20, brand new, so you could probably find it used for even less. You have to play this. It's incredible. Second one should be coming out soon, so that's another reason that you gotta jump in, okay? Everyone's playing it. That's what the kids are doing. Number 2, Luigi's Mansion. Now, I also own Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS, and the GameCube version is better, in my opinion. If you've kind of seen with Majora's Mask, I prefer being on the big screen, and that's why I really like the Switch. I can play it portably, which is nice, but I can also play on the TV, which I really like. So, if you don't have a GameCube or the original version, this is an excellent port. It really is just fantastic. Obviously, it does have some less graphical power, which is kind of crazy, you know, since it's a newer version. But again, it is on the 3DS, which is less powerful, I suppose, than the GameCube. But they did an amazing job of porting it over. It really is so fun. I played it. But I do have to say, if you're going to play on the 3DS, then you definitely want to play in the new version, 3DS or 2DS, because not having the C-Stick is pretty terrible. But regardless, Luigi's Mansion is my favorite game on the GameCube. Launch title, perfect. Dark Moon was not really a good follow-up, so hopefully Luigi's Mansion 3 will be pretty good this year. I'm really looking forward to it. It's probably my most anticipated game of 2019. Hopefully it is a true sequel to Luigi's Mansion. But that is number 2. Number 1, like I said in the beginning, my favorite games are not the ones I own, because most of them are really expensive. Some of them are Konami games. Castlevania, Silent Hill, and number 1 on my list that I do own is Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. So, I don't know if it would be too surprising. Kojima, obviously. This game is incredible. It's well, what does it say here? Technical espionage action. There you go. Review over. Done. It's a great game. I think everyone's played at this point, so just gotta leave it at that. But yeah, there's my top 10 games that I like, that I own. Thank you so much for watching me blab along about games that I like. This is my 10 subscriber special, so, you know, whatever. Next goal, 20 subs. Yes. If you're watching this and got this far for whatever reason, go ahead and subscribe. Please leave a comment, like the video. Tell me something in the comments, like your favorite bread that you get at Subway. I'd like to know those kind of things. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Subscribe or whatever. See you next time.